Hey sippers, it's Team Rihanna or Beyonce because the last time I did a video and I spoke about Rihanna's talent versus Beyonce and the whole transparency thing, I got a whole lot of dragging and backlash because I picked Rihanna over Beyonce. I thought this was like a free thing where you could have your own opinion. You could say Beyonce or Rihanna or Beyonce. I was dragged. I'm completely traumatized. Now, first things first, I'm gonna give y'all my reasons why I will always choose Rihanna over Beyonce. Don't drag me this time. Let's communicate. Let's have a conversation, right? In case we have forgotten, Rihanna is literally a star, okay? Yes, she's not married to Jay-Z, but she was pushed by Jay-Z. And I feel like Rihanna is very talented. She may not have the exact same vocals as Beyonce. Rihanna may not have a Mariah Carey voice, but she has a voice. And when she sings a song, can nobody sing that song like Rihanna? Rihanna has a very unique voice. If Beyonce were to sing a song, there's so many people who could sing a Beyonce song, but you could barely find a person who could imitate Rihanna or sing a song like Rihanna. And that's like the most rare attribute that I love about Rihanna. Something I really admire her for. She knows how to sing a song her way. As it regards to personality, Rihanna has personality. We don't know nothing about Beyonce, except the fact that she's Mrs. Carter and she's married to Jay-Z and she's always singing about Becky and she's always so possessive of Jay-Z. But what we know about Rihanna is that she's very passionate about anything she does and nothing is orchestrated. Nothing is, fake or disingenuous about Rihanna. When Beyonce does things, it seems so scripted. I recently watched a clip behind the scenes of her and the whole Lion King rehearsing and she voicing a character, whatever. And she said something so cringy. She basically was talking about play dates and Blue Ivy was looking at her like, what are you talking about? And I guess that I picked up a bit of anxiety from Beyonce. She has anxiety, I would assume. So probably hence why they script things for her to say, but she doesn't give genuine vibes. Everything seems rehearsed, so scripted. She's not who she says she is. At this point, I don't even know Beyonce, but she's a good performer, and that's all that people knows, but they don't really know nothing about Beyonce. And when I say these things, people drag me and call me a hater, but it's just my opinion. And let me tell y'all something. There's so much original traits from Rihanna. The fact that she and A$AP Rocky could sit down, have an interview together, talk together, and then there's Beyonce. Something so scripted, something so rehearsed. We don't see nothing much natural given from Beyonce other than her performances. And again, those are rehearsed. Okay? Now, let's talk about the branding and the products and the whole entrepreneurial era. I get that Beyonce, she wants to own businesses. And I feel like she was influenced by Rihanna. I feel like Beyonce has a bit of jealousy spirit in her. Like, seeing Rihanna as a young black woman rising since, Umbrella. And Rihanna was so close to Jay-Z and Rihanna was doing so well. I think Rihanna music like literally dethroned Beyonce. And so Beyonce knows and she tries to compete secretly with Rihanna. Hence why I feel like Rihanna opted out of music because she was getting a hard time. She was really going through it behind the scenes. And this is something that Rihanna probably cannot speak on because, of course, everyone is so terrified of Beyonce and what she could do and whose career she could damage or whatever. I feel like that's the reason why Rihanna opted out of music. There were so many hands in Rihanna's pocket like Jay-Z. I feel like Jay-Z and Beyonce try to control Rihanna, bullied her, and she said, you know what, I'm never coming back to music. I'm going to do what I love because, I'm talented. I could do business. I could do this and that. And she did it. And Beyonce realized that Rihanna is unstoppable, so she tried to copy Rihanna, and she started the sacred hair care line, the Beyonce perfume, the whole Ivy Park stuff. And I'm like, Beyonce is not a good entrepreneur. Like you could always sing, you could always perform, but I don't think Beyonce has authenticity. I don't think she's real. I don't think anything she does besides music is genuine. Not even her like way back when she did interviews, they weren't real. I don't know if I'm the only person who feels like that, but I'm sorry. It's not to bring her down. It's not to drag Beyonce, but she does seem so fake to me. Hence why it's Rihanna all day. It's not because Rihanna is Rihanna, or I'm saying, okay, Beyonce's more talented than Rihanna, so I'm going to choose Rihanna. No, it's because Rihanna gives you a background about herself. We don't know nothing about Beyonce. Like, we know Solange. We know that Beyonce, she grew up very comfortable. She never grew up poor, but there's nothing much. So I'm going to choose someone who gives us a whole background. Something about their life other than the music, because we listen to music and we can say, oh, she has a good voice. Yeah, but we don't really know the person. And another thing though, I find Beyonce so greedy. Like, she's the only one who could always perform at an NFL halftime show. She's the only one who could perform at a Super Bowl. She doesn't really give people the chance to shine, to really enjoy their moment. It always has to be a part of her. She always has to include herself. And at this point, I would really clap if Taylor Swift or Billie Eilish was to, receive the Grammy for Album of the Year, because at this point, Beyonce needs to sit down, allow other women to win. You don't always have to include yourself to make a statement. Like, you're already that girl. I'm not saying Beyonce is not a great icon. She is. But at this point, being greedy is something that I would really side-eye. Like, if I were a person who's in this industry, like a celeb, Beyonce would have treat me the same way. Because if I can sing and I could perform, but because she's Beyonce, I don't get to shine. I don't get my moment because of her. And she gives that type of vibe. Because she didn't want Album of the Year, Jay-Z's going to go on the stage and shade everybody and tell everybody that, hey, some people that is in this category shouldn't have been in this category. Like, that is the most disrespectful thing to say. Because you have power, and people, they don't really want to look into people like this. Like, they don't want to look into these things. I don't think Beyonce and Jay-Z, they're good people. They're all for themselves, and they give off selfish vibes. People may not always have to agree with me, but one thing, sippers, I'm going to always state my opinion and my honest opinion. And hence why I think Rihanna is probably never going to come back to music. There's things that she wants to say but can't because she's so terrified. I think she's very terrified of who might come and try to, ruin her career or, try to trample her reputation. Because Beyonce out here seems very greedy and is giving off a bully vibes. But I could be wrong, I could be right. But let me know what y'all think down below in the comment section. Like this video, click the notification bell, click on the subscribe button, and see you guys some other time. And thank you for sipping with us.